Hello and welcome to Solo Playhouse. Today I'm continuing my playthrough of 7th Citadel. I am doing the threat Dadachaems Awakening and we are on the second sort of part of this, the second quest, which is Get Fed or Die Trying. And last time I finished the last quest, went back to the Citadel, started to go back out again, and in this quest we are trying to find marsh bug nests, but by using birds that actually can get to the marsh bugs. So we have to find birds. We found one. Overall we need to find 3, but if our production score is 6 or higher, we only need to find 2, and I've managed to get our production up to 6, so we only need to find 2, so we're halfway there. But I think we might have to do a bit of a fight now. But anyway, I will show you the table. So let's actually zoom in straight away. So here we are on this terrain, and we've got this bird that we can see here. So we've done that. We've used it to collect our first marsh bugs, and just the question now. So we have a fight here with a mouse rat, or several of them. It's not a compulsory fight, so that's why we haven't done it yet. We can do a luck test with this, which you can't quite see, so I'll just move this down. Yeah. So when taking the following action, take a 13 card to try your luck. If Lady Luck is on your side, there are fewer mouse rats than you feared. Place the die in the second row. So honestly, if we get that, it shouldn't be too bad, and then we can discover what is in this area. But we do have this one as well, which is a level 2, which means we can discover it for free. So I think I'm going to do that first. So we'll just move this back up. So yeah, let's do that. So we are going here for free. We don't need any to spend any cards, and we don't need any successes. Okay, so this says, a brown patch of vegetation catches your eye. As you push aside the branches, you discover a large mantelet bearing the arms of Kel, mounted on a metal platform. This large wooden panel with holes protected the crossbowmen from underground attacks. Unfortunately, its wheels are too damaged to move. If you would rather go on your way, you can discard this, or we can do a test, which is a craft repair test. We don't have any cards that will help us with this, so we can do we only have one option because we don't have any cards with artisan. So we have to use 3 cards to get 6 successes. So this would help us get up our defense at the Citadel. But I don't think 6 successes with 3 cards is difficult. And I don't think there's anything we can use to make that easier. Just look at our quest items. We've got Arcane Energy, that won't do anything. Diffraction Spell, that won't do anything. No, I don't think we have anything. So we're not going to get 6 positive results. So if you would rather go on your way, discard this. So unfortunately, we have to discard this. But we are going to look at 197. So 197 7 is this card. This says, numerous tombstones overlook the Maya. Strange to find them so far from civilization. Okay. So that goes there, and we have to put new cards out, and these are level 4 cards. So let's take the top 2. And I can show you, really spreading out here. Now, these are Ground Shiver level 5 to do it for free, so we do not have that. We are 3 again. And we'd have to use 7 cards to do that. So we're probably not going to go there. But let's just look at this card to see if we want to go here. We do have something to look at here, but we have something that we have to do, that when we move from this card, we have to spend 2 cards rather than the 1. 2 more cards, I should say. So we would do 3 rather than the 1 we would usually do. There are no birds on this, and nothing else I can see. So I think maybe what I'm going to do is actually go for this. I can't remember if I've done this to look this way. I'm just going to look if the card is there, because it is there. Because it costs 2 cards. I think maybe we will look. There seem to be some animals here. So let's do that. Let's spend 2 cards. We don't need any successes. And then we will look at 2, 6, 1. And this says, a dozen or so sheep are scattered about grazing. These ruminating animals have found something here to satisfy their insatiable appetites. If only you could take them back to the citadel. Okay, so this goes here. The timid creatures flee as you try to approach. And it is, looks like a present, offer, coax, tame. So this is a lot, so we can only use 2 cards for this. And we need to get 4 positive results. Or if we have a card with the keyword animal and or sack of grain, which we don't, it could be a 2, 3. Um, 2, 4. Again, I don't think we've got the cards to do this. But we might be able to do it on our way back. So it doesn't go away, this one. It's a permanent thing that will stay there. I'm just not going to get 4 stars from 2 cards, no matter what I do. Yeah, and there's nothing else I can use to make that work. Okay. So it looks like we are going to have to fight the mouse rats. We do have some cards, if I just show these. So we have got a Gladius, a Padded Gambesum, and a Taj that can help us in fights. And we can use all three at the same time if we so wish, because they all have different keywords. So let's do this fight. So when taking follow action, take a 13 card. So I have been lucky with these, but let's just see. Oh, we don't want that. So we'll shuffle these up. And, oh, you are jinxed. Old Cider always said, bad luck is like a bucket of waste, and when you're walking through the streets of Port Bile, you never know when it's going to hit you, but one way or another, it always does. Okay, so we weren't lucky. So we have to go on the top one. So if we get 4, which is unlikely, I think, on this one, because we can only use 2 cards. We will take 1 damage, keep 1 of the cards, and move on to the next part of this action. And if we lose, we get to keep 1 of the cards, but we have to discard 3 cards from our deck. So because I've only got 1 card left, I think I'm going to, at first, get some more cards back in my deck. So we've got 34, so I think we've probably got 18 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. So I'm going to lose 9. So we're down to 25. So we get 2 cards back for each life point we lose. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then these all get shuffled back into the deck. But I think, so I have something in my quest items called a diffraction spell. And I can only keep 1 card, but if I draw one of these symbols, I can keep 2. And if we succeed at this, we keep 1 of the cards, take a 53 card, which you may immediately give to a character on your terrain card. If it is not available, the spell does not work. And I don't know what this does, but it's a diffraction spell. This augury contains a spell that tricks others into seeing your silhouette a few inches away from where it really is. So I'm wondering whether it will help us. But I don't know, and the only way I'm going to find out is by doing it. Now we need 3 results. Which is a lot. I think I'm going to do it just to see if I can do it. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. I have this, which means I can draw another card in the result step. There's nothing I can use. Well, I can use Fortitude. 1 involved character may apply a wild result. So we could get that 2nd card anyway. So I'm going to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. So we need 3 results. Yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't it? I don't know how I think I'm going to get 3 when I think about it. I can only use 2 cards, so I'm never going to get 3. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Yeah, I'm not going to get 3. So I'm going to change my mind. Okay. So let's do the first one of this. So we can draw as many cards as we want. We can only use 2 and we need 4 positive results. So I don't think we'll do it on the first one. So I'm going to use, well, we can use this. I'm just going to use our Gladius. So with a Gladius, we can add another card to the result. If it fails, we roll the die. If we rolled a 1, we break the blade. So to get 4, I'm going to just draw the 3. So we'll look at these results. So we're using the Gladius. So we can get 2 results. And because we're using the Gladius, we can use this second one because we have a wild here. We can make that into a positive result. So we're actually getting 3. So that means this will go down to 1. Let me just move this over a little bit. There you go. Now, we failed that action. So we get to keep one of these cards. I think we'll take consider and swap it for that one, for the 4 cards we can have in hand. And then we lose 3 cards from our deck. Oh, actually, I'm not going to swap that one. Let's swap Vigilance, because this card, one involved character may apply a wild or ignore losing cards. So I'm going to use that so that we don't have to lose these cards here. And then we used our Gladius and failed, so we have to roll. We rolled a 3, so it's okay. So then I'm going to do this again. So now we just have to get 1 result from 2 cards. So I will just draw 2 cards for this. But I don't think I'll use my Gladius this time. But I will use the Gambeson. I'm actually going to draw 3 cards, and I'm going to use the Gambeson. I should do this first. So we're using the Gambeson. If we get 2 results, we will get 1 shield. Okay, so revealing cards. We actually got 3 results from the 2. So that's good. We also got 2 symbols, so it can be any symbols we have. So we get the 1 defense. So we've completed this. So they attack for 1, but our shield prevents that from happening. So this now moves down. And we get to keep a card. Reflex is no good to us. Anticipation puts a card back into the deck. Energy Drain is pretty good. 2 of these symbols gets us a success. And if the action succeeds, we get to put 5 cards back into our deck. So I'm going to keep that one. Okay, so now the next one. So this one we're supposed to draw 5 cards to get 2 results. We don't have anything that can change that. So this is just them sort of taking cards away from us. If we succeed, we don't take any damage, so I won't use these. I don't think I need to use my Gladius either. So I'm just going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can use as many of these cards as we want. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got well over the 2. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. We have 4 of these symbols on. So I am going to use this as part of this action because I have enough results to make this happen. So I've got 1,000,000 results. Yeah, it's all going on. So many. So we've succeeded because we've got at least 2. So we get to keep one of these cards. Which card shall I keep? I'm actually, before this happens, I'm going to use Energy Drain. If this action succeeds, plus 5 cards. So we can randomly take 5 cards from our discard pile. So I'll shuffle them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put them back into our action deck. And because we've used Energy Drain, it gets blocked. So it goes under our card. And then I can keep one of these cards. So I think I might use... Definitely not that one. Let's use Drop Your God. So we've done this, so we move down again. And now we have to draw 4 cards. To get 1 result. So because, again, we will take damage if we succeed, which we should, we will. I'm going to use my Gambeson again. That's all I'm going to use. Did I roll for that last time? Can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, we have the results. And we're taking 1 damage, but yes, we're taking that damage because we didn't draw any symbols. Down to 24. And we don't get to keep any of those cards, and this card gets discarded. So now we can reveal 108 terrain card. So the path winds between 2 hilly areas colonized by what is probably hostile flora. Arriving from the east, you hear the echo of the surf on the salty air. The Great Sea is expanded, finally earning the name that the Kellians gave it out of pride. Okay. Well, that's a surprise because there is nothing on here apart from looking at the sea. So I think we're gonna have to go down this way. I think we're gonna have to go down here. So we will travel. I don't think I'm going to go up there. I don't think there's anything particular interest that way. So we'll go this way. So we're spending 1 card to travel 1. And so we will look here, 177. No cost for this. And it says, you stroll through the cemetery, surprised to discover it relatively well preserved. It is rare to find them untouched by the necrodruid's henchmen who used to steal corpses from graves, enabling their master to shape their monstrosities. You notice a curious detail. The same family name is engraved on many of the headstones. So this goes here. A voice startles you. A man about 40 cycles old emerges suddenly from among the gravestones. So we can do an action here from the dialogue book. So we read 275. Have you come here to visit a lost one? No, no, don't be afraid. I'm Gyron, the keeper of these graves. I wager you weren't expecting to find a cemetery in such a remote place. Burial is an old custom, almost forgotten today, except for nobles like us who still practice it. Restoring this very old and forgotten cemetery cost my father and grandfather a lot of work and tears. Yes, many tears. It was no easy task to transport the bodies of our family, decimated when the borrowers caused the ground to swallow Valengard. Grandfather told me many stories about that time that will stay with me forever. And as he and my father are buried here, I will maintain the family necropolis to keep it safe from the necrodruids and their cursed plants. If both your where's my there. So it says, if both your influence and your defense are 10 or higher, read 240. Otherwise, return the dialogue book. So we are nowhere near that. So we do return the dialogue book. Okay, so I think I'm just going to look at the map. And we know that things have changed an awful lot. So I'm just going to take this out, not turn it over. So the Maya was kind of southeast from the citadel on this old map. And here is the citadel. So if we think about it, I think it's more likely this way. There's certainly nothing, well, I don't think this is going to help us going to the sea. And rather than going further down, I think maybe if we go here. So to do this, we need to draw 7 cards because our ground shiver level is 3. So how many cards have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's nothing we have at the moment that can help us. So I'm going to draw the 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do have a card that means we don't have to draw as many, but I just discarded it. So there's the 7 cards. So we can look here. And this is a temporary event. So it says, an individual is lying at the edge of the stream. Do you want to move on or stop? If you would rather go on your way, discard this. Otherwise, we have to do an action. So I think, let's see, let's do it. So we have to discard a card to do a dialogue action, and that will be if your ground shiver level is 5 or higher, banish this and read 247. It's not. Otherwise, discard this and read 213. So it can come back, this one. So 213 says, the individual does not react. You approach to examine him and turn the soaked body over. The man seems to have drowned a short time ago. There is no time to lose if you want to save him. So we have to do an action, which is a take handle action. We need to get 3 successes. So at this moment, we have no cards left, so we need to get some cards back in our deck. So let's do 4 life down to 20, and we will shuffle 8 cards back into the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 3 successes. We do have a card where we can draw another card and reveal it during the result step. So I'm going to draw 3. I can't use any of my items. So I'm going to draw 3. And we've got 1, 2, 3 successes. So we have successfully done that, and it says the man spits out a large amount of water and coughs loudly, but he is breathing. Read 2, 2, 4. We don't get to keep any of these cards. So we read 2, 2, 4. Yep. The man is still struggling to regain his breath. I thought I could make it across. The current surprised me. Anyway, thank you. I will never forget what you did for me. Thanks to you, I will be able to find my family. So we get 1 on our influence. Oh no, yep. 1 on our influence. Where's my pencil? Yeah. So up to 3 influence. And we get a 99 card and we return the dialogue book. So we get a Hope Reborn. And we yes, so we've done that. And we look at card 96. 96 is here. So card 96 says, this is where the crossing river leaves the Great Sea to join the Black Ocean much further west. At the edge of the swamp, the chimney of a rickety shack belches out smoke. Ah! And here is another bird. So we do need to put out another fog card. What are these cards called? A level 2 card. So we will put that there. And these areas are harder to traverse, so we need to spend more cards. So I'm going to go there because I need to get this bird to get the grubs. So we're going to have to travel, which will cost 3 cards because this is an action that we have to do. So we have to have draw 2 more cards than we would usually. So 1, 2, 3. We reveal them, but we don't need any successes. But we do get to keep one of the cards. So we'll move here, and if we want to, we can keep one of these. There's that card which actually helps us with Ground Shiver. So when we're doing an action where we can't access the card easily, it reduces the number of cards we need. But I don't think I'm going to take one of those. So we are here. Now this potentially could be it. So now we can use Ethem's. Oh, sorry, I don't know why. Yeah, now we can use Ethem's ability action. So we can use it when there is a big beak bird on the terrain card. And it doesn't cost us anything. Everyone does it, but it's just me. And we do the dialogue for the card number. So the card number is 96. So we will look at the dialogue. It says, Evan pricks up her ears trying to hone in on the bird's song. So we look at dialogue 96. So 96 says, Ephraim raises her hand. She has heard the song of the big beaked bird. You listen carefully, but all you can hear is the wind in the leaves. You have to face facts. You would not get far without the young woman's help. You move towards a thicket, but stumble on a root and splash into a puddle, cursing. With a beat of its wings, a red shape disappears between the trees. All you have to do now is inspect the ground inch by inch to find the marsh bug nests. If you prefer to postpone this tedious task, return the dialogue book. Otherwise, we have a dig action. which is 5 cards. Don't need any successes. If an involved character has a card with the keyword weakness, it's 8 cards, but we don't. So all we need to do is draw 5 cards. So we have 2 cards, so we will draw them, but we need to draw 5 more. So I'm going to spend 5 more life, go down to 15. So we'll get 10 cards back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shuffle them. So we've got 2 cards. We need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So we have the 5 cards. And we've succeeded. Your instinct tells you the nest is here. You start to dig vigorously. Take a 13 card to try your luck. Oh no. Not again. So, are there only 4? 5. There are 5. I wonder what the proportion is. I could look, I guess, but I kind of like not knowing. Oh no, you are jinxed. Old Cider always said, bad luck is a fly on a dung heap. It takes its time before it leaves you in peace. Immediately after this is revealed, discard all of your cards with the keyword blessing. I don't have any. But we keep this card. It becomes into our deck. The next time you must take 1 or more 13 cards to try your luck. Don't. Instead, consider that all the cards you should have taken are jinxed cards, and then discard this. Okay, so we are locked into being jinxed next time. So, if Lady Luck is on your side, you have found the nest. Take 102. If you are jinxed, you should dig a little further. Immediately take this action again or return the dialogue book. Oh no! That's annoying. We have, so because there are 5 cards, I'm going to presume that 3 are jinxed. 1 is this permanent thing, and 2 are good. So we have made the odds a bit better, but because we have to do this action again, so I need to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to test luck again, and the next time you must take 1 or more 13 cards. Try luck. Don't. Instead, consider that all the cards you should have taken are jinxed cards, and then discard this. So we have 5 cards gone. We are jinxed, but this card gets discarded, so it goes into the past at least. So then we need to take 5 cards again. So we're back to the same. So we've got 1, 2. I lose 5 life. So we're down to 10. And we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have the 5 cards, but then we need to do that test again. But this time, Lady Luck is on our side. So we return that card, and we are lucky this time. So we've had to spend 15 cards, which is annoying. If Lady Luck is on your side, you have found the nest. Take 102 card. So this is an objective. So we have the 2 cards that we need. So now what we need to do is get back to the Citadel. And we can now put this card into play, which I kept. So on the double, you may not take the following action if you exceed your maximum carried weight and or have a card with the keyword cumbersome. But we don't. We haven't. We aren't. Move your figure to another terrain card that is connected to your terrain card by an uninterrupted series of terrain cards. Discard one action card from your hat. So we have to spend one card. Oh, discard's the wrong way around. Get no, we don't need any successes. So we've done that. This card doesn't get discarded. We just keep that. So now we can move uninterrupted. I don't think we want to do anything else. Back to the Citadel. And then we will take the 77 action. So 77. You are only 100 paces from the entrance to the camp. A slight euphoria overcomes you at the prospect of finding what should be called your home. So here we are, and it says each unconscious character gains, when we do this action, gains 1 life point, regains consciousness. Discard all the cards on the board, including your terrain card. Open the threat booklet where the bookmark is and read the epilogue to end the scenario. So everything we have, we come back to our card, everything we have out on the board goes into the past, and then we go to the dialogue book. And so here we are. The epilogue. Several dozen eyes stare at you as you enter the silent camp. You can guess the one thought that occupies all their minds at this moment. Did the expedition find enough food to quickly replenish the community supplies? If both the 11 card and the 166 card are available, do not take them. So 11 is available and 166 is not available. So if they're both available, do not take them but read 50. Otherwise, discard the F and the blind cards. So she was the 166 card. Then, if you have 3 or more objective cards or 2 objective cards and a score of 6 production or higher, read conclusion A on page 8. And we do. We have 2 objectives and it's 6. So we read A. The faces of your comrades light up when they see what you have brought back. Amidst cheers and relieved laughter, you and a few others spread the fertilizer all over your crops. As expected, the results are spectacular, and after only a few days, you already see fruits and vegetables proliferate. State of play. Marsh bug nests. Return all objective cards. So we have these 2 objective cards, 101 and 102. Applying the following effect for each card you return, +1 on production. So we now go up to 8. and take 199 card. So we get 299. Oh, hold on. Have we got all our 99 cards out? $2.99 cards. Why have we got? No 99 cards. That's weird. What have I done with them? Oh, we don't have any. Yeah. Unfortunately. If they're available. Yeah. Several weeks pass, and with them comes the fear that the soldiers who have been taxing the citadel will return. You have managed to gather enough food to meet the needs of the entire community as long as you use strict rationing. One afternoon, a cry from the lookout freezes the whole camp. The wagons, escorted by a large and heavily armed troop, are reportedly approaching the citadel. A woman with a shaved head, her left eye held shut by an ugly gash, steps down to present herself at the entrance. Good day, everybody. We are here for your small contribution. I hope I haven't kept you waiting too long. A few recalcitrant donors have delayed us. I'm not disturbing you, am I? To think that I come to you empty-handed when you are going to give us so much. Where are my manners? You go to meet the scarred woman who greets you with a nod. Rilda One Eye, she says, pointing to her old wound. Tell me, are you the one who runs this place? I don't want to waste my time with the stooge who serves the soup. What do you want? I sense you are grouchy. Being one of our benefactors is an honor that should delight you. As your people must have told you, we are all participating in the war effort, each in our own way. You provide and we dispose. When I put it like that, it's a little hard to swallow. I never did know how to respect convention, but don't blame me. In short, your contribution allows us to continue the fight. Don't ask me which one. I don't know a damn thing about it. That's Dadachaems' business. The Necrodruid commands her humble servants. My lads will deduct the contribution from your provisions, and not a single seed in excess, rest assured. No objections? Perfect. Rilda snaps her fingers, and immediately a dozen of her men head for the storeroom. You watch the armed troop and must face facts. Your community's lack of preparation means that standing up to them would result in a bloodbath, something you are determined to avoid. You clench your fists as you watch them seize the provisions that you have worked so hard to reconstitute. Once their carts are loaded, the troop is ready to set off again. Good. Dadachaems will be happy. Well, we'll leave you be. You have work to do. A lot of people to feed, she concludes, pointing to her reveling soldiers. See you soon. Ready to set off again. The soldiers have taken most of your supplies. If your provision score is 5 or lower, take a 129 card. No, it's 8. Each player discards all of their cards. So they get discarded. You have finished the scenario, get fed or die trying. So, if you want to begin the next scenario immediately, but we don't. If you prefer to continue the adventure later, take a 7 card. And place the bookmark at the beginning of the scenario, the gladius and the pumpkin on page 10. So we will do that. So I haven't done this before, so we'll go through this. Take an 8 card without flipping it over. Without flipping it, and place it on top of a pile comprising from top to bottom all the world cards. And then for each character, their character card with the block cards underneath. Yep. Their save action deck cards. So we have these special cards, blue for Arthur. So there's Save Action Deck card with all the cards in their action deck underneath it. So here's their action deck. There's Save Discard Pile with all cards in their discard pile underneath it. Well, we don't have a discard pile. And that's interesting. And then their item cards. Place that pile of cards behind the save divider in the game box. Return this. What about quest items? Oh, quest items can go in quest items, of course. So we'll put those at the start. And then the past, I guess, we will also put in there. So this gets returned, 7 gets returned. And then we put 8 on top of it. So these are all our cards, and then I guess it doesn't really matter. This has how we put all the cards back out. Great. So those go in there. So I think I'll put characters back of here. There we go. And that is the end of Get Fed or Die Trying. So next time I will be starting with the Gladius and the Pumpkin. I have some stuff to do. I need to get some upgrades and etc. But that will be next time I play this game. I think I'm going to try and go back to a couple of other things during the next week, and then I'm going to be away and blah 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 blah. But until then, thank you so much for watching this. Please like this live stream, this video. There is a playlist of 7th Citadel and 7th Continent, which this will be part of. So please go and watch more of that. And I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.